Hey y'all, I hope you enjoyed last week's episode of Embrace Different. And I was talking a little quiet because I'm pretty sure it was the middle of the night because it was just something so spontaneous that I just had to share. And so I hope you guys are thinking about goals for yourself throughout the year and not just reflecting on one thing for the new year, because I think it's so important for us to continue to grow each and every day in all aspects of our lives. So welcome to 2018, guys. It's going to be a great year. Keep your head up through everything and to make sure that you have stayed focused on being you and embracing different and being true to who you are. This episode is going to be a little different because it's not really a topic. This is just total honesty from me. And I want to share this with you because at the beginning when I started this blog, I promised to be completely honest and vulnerable and talk about what it's like to grow up and what it's like to be in college, having gone through the experiences I've had. And so this is what brings me here today, is to just be vulnerable with you guys. I've actually been reading a book on vulnerability and the difference between oversharing and being vulnerable and how to do it in a constructive way. And so for me, I want to use it as a building block for you guys to understand what's out there and how to go forward when you're in a dark place or when you're stuck. And that's kind of how I felt for the past few months. I felt very stuck. I felt very alone. I had a lot of transitions in my life, and I think that had something to do with it for sure. But mostly, I was just really disconnected from God. I was struggling to get anything out of my Bible studies and devotions, and I felt like prayer was worthless. And I'll be honest, I gave up reading for a little while because I didn't know what to do. I felt like it wasn't helping. I felt like it was just a waste of time, and I just spent a lot of time just honestly self-pitying that I have this going on and this going on, and I should feel bad for myself because nobody should have to go through this. But guess what? We do, and I'm not the only one, and people go through much worse. And I would even try to tell myself that I have a great life. I shouldn't have to feel this way. So then that's when the devil came in and tried to tell me that I was not worth it, or that I was just not even allowing myself to recognize my own feelings, my own needs, and that was that I needed to rely on God. I feel like I've been so leaning on other people so much that I forgot how to lean just on myself, or not even on me, but on the Spirit that's within me in Jesus Christ. And I think that was really important for me to learn, that at the end of the day, it is awesome to have friends and family that support you, and of course they do, but you really have to make sure you're relying on God, and He is always going to provide, which is so incredible. So I'm very thankful to get out of just a time where I couldn't quite find myself and connect myself to who I was. And so I actually did take some steps, though, like while I was in that process, to kind of better myself and to make sure that I was being the person I wanted to be. And one of those things I did was I bought a new Bible that was very colorful and had highlighted certain verses, and it made reading really fun because I was always like, all right, if I get to the next page, what's going to be on there next? And so I didn't let it completely take my faith away. And I think that is important when we do realize and we recognize that we're in a struggling period, that we take steps to improve whatever's going on or whatever's in our spiritual life that's hurting us. And that may be trying a new translation of your Bible or stepping into a different role at church. Because at the end of the day, we have to do what we have to do to further our relationship with God. And so I want to share that with you guys because I felt like I haven't been able to speak from the heart as easily. But I feel like especially after Christmas and being around family, I've gotten this renewed sense of worth and love and realizing the blessings that Jesus Christ brings us. So I would like to read to you from Jeremiah 29:11, and it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope in the future." And if that isn't awesome verse, and I don't know what is, because that is so reassuring to know that God has a plan for us and He is always looking out for our best interest. Well, I hope you guys had amazing holidays, and I hope you're getting back settled into school, and I will see you next week.